Seems like stepping back 10 years. It seems a long time since we could buy a BMW at this price. Trouble is, BMW has a history of offering North Americans well-loaded cars at high prices to maintain its luxury image. BMW fans with abandoned years ago, times these cars were only for the well-heeled. Back home in Germany, buyers have always been lucky enough to get entry-level BMWs combining affordability and driving fun without non-essential frills. Now at last, Bimmer fans on this side of the pond can buy a low-cost 3 Series sedan and one that has not been stripped of every usable convenience. It's true that the 318i is bereft of many of the gadgets expected in a BMW, but not many. Inside and out, it's very much a car in the classic mold, and many people will prefer the rather Spartan interior and lack of spoilers and other accoutrements. For the average observer, it looks no different than a costly 325i, and owners will have just as much fun without breaking the bank. It needs a careful look to see that what seem like alloy wheels are in fact well-designed plastic replicas. In truth, they're easier to keep clean than some of those spoked alloy designs, and are certainly cheap to replace if you clip a curb. Best of all, this car has BMW's excellent 1.8-litre 16-valve twin-cam engine under its hood. Producing 134 horsepower, this motor is a delight, especially when combined with BMW's outstanding 5-speed manual gearbox. You should be able to coax the car up to 100 kph in around 10 seconds, and fuel economy is quite good at around 8.3 litres per 100 kilometres for city and highway use. Exact price tag is $24,900. All 318i's, by the way, are 4-door models. The more sporty 318IS versions come only with 2 doors. While handling is not quite up to 318IS standards, the 318i does perform well when tossed around on winding roads. It's great fun, and few drivers will find reason to complain. At a reasonable base price, you get anti-lock brakes, no less, together with power windows and power door locks. For some reason, the doors do not unlock from the passenger side, an annoying feature that may have resulted from a fault in our test car. In the cockpit, you'll find something that's become quite rare these days: vinyl seats. Actually, I don't mind these at all, and I know that lots of people with kids prefer their little ones romping around on vinyl rather than cloth or leather. Cloth seats are a no-cost option if you really prefer them. I didn't like the plastic door trim panels with their rows of fake stitching, but I suppose that cost had to be pared somewhere. A negative vote also for BMW's wretched leather-clad key that can't be hung on a hook or put on a ring with your house key. Behind the wheel, though, this is pure BMW all the way. Instruments and controls are laid out just like those of a $100,000 750iL, and the quality seems close too. One cloud on the horizon is BMW's soon-to-be-announced 3 Series replacement. You can be pretty sure that the new cars will see the end of under $30,000 BMWs, so my only advice is to buy a 318 while you can. At its price, the 318i launches BMW into some new competitive territory. Well-optioned imports in the same price class include the Nissan Stanza, Honda Accord, Toyota Camry and Subaru Legacy. Also in the ballpark is the VW Passat and the Infiniti G20. Domestics include GM products like the Olds Cutlass Supreme, Pontiac Grand Prix and Chevrolet Lumina. Chrysler has its acclaim, and Ford offers the Taurus and its Mercury cousin, the Sable. Supercar, Ted.
I like everything about this car, Tony. Everything. There's only one criticism I have. Road noise is a little excessive. They haven't put as much soundproofing or sound deadening material into this car as they could have. And I have to take issue with you on the vinyl seats. I do not like vinyl seats. They're always kind of cold to me, especially in the wintertime. I would definitely go for the cloth seats in this one, no question about it. But this is a wonderful car. I mean, it's really a very good car at a very good price. Marginally slower than the 6-cylinder engine, maybe a little bit slower, but it's the car, and people should snap this one up while they can, because it's going to be gone.
Well, I agree. It's a delightful car in just about every way. The only thing against it really mainly is the cramped cockpit of the old 3 Series cars. I'm sure that'd be much better with the new 3 Series.
Small price to pay when you consider everything else you get. You
Absolutely.
know? It also handles, I know you mentioned that in the clip, but it also handles like a dream. Maybe it's not as good as the IS, but it's light years beyond anything else in this category, just about. I mean, it's very
close to the IS. I mean, it's You have to really, I think the doors make the big difference, you know, if you need 4 doors, if you've got a family and so forth.
It even had a toolkit. It even had a toolkit in the back.
Yeah,
you know?
the traditional BMW toolkit that drops down from the trunk lid. It's very well put together. When I heard they were going to come up with a car for this price, I thought, well, they'll strip it. It'll be, you know, very much like the European 1600 cc cars they have with wine at windows, all this sort of stuff. But this has got everything you could want.
You know, the last thing in the world I need is a new car. But when I look at this thing, I think to myself, I should go out and buy it. You know, I mean, because it's such a deal.
Me too,
you know?
because as you say, it's going to be a long time. I think, well, you'll never be able to buy a car again. You'll wait a long time until you get a $25,000 BMW.
It also comes as a cabrio, which is considerably more expensive, but that's also a bargain.
But it's also a bargain compared to the old 6-cylinder. I mean, the 6-cylinder is a delight, but this is a super. The twin cab is a lovely motor.
Very good
okay,
car.
to wrap up here, we didn't like the interior trim. I didn't like the door panels. The door locks were a peculiar combination of locking devices. The price was excellent. The engine was outstanding. The handling was very, very good. As a result, I've got to give this one a full tank.
Don't go away.